Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mk.Ia Man at YouTube with another model video. Today we'll be unboxing, building and reviewing the S-Model 172nd Dingo Mk.Ia Scout car. An unusual English subject matter, and by a Chinese manufacturer that specialises in these snap kits that are very detailed, affordable and extremely easy to build with two in the box. Containing water slide decals, photo etch and two injection moulded green runners per vehicle. We will only be building one for this video. The box has some details like colour guide and a view of every single angle. The instructions contain the same information plus isometric CAD line art instructions that are very clear and easy to follow, with the runner and part number corresponding with the instructions. The model does require tools and will be using a standard layout and traditional scale modelling methods, including the two-cut method of removing the part from the runners and further trimming down the nub, cleaning it up with a knife and sanding it down. For further stability, everything will be plastic cemented together, especially the finer parts that will fall apart like a hand grenade, and putty for seam gaps. In the world of armoured fighting vehicles, most of the time you start with the wheels or tank tracks. With wheeled or half-track machines, they build more like a traditional civilian car or truck, all down to the main hull or chassis, then working to everything else. The parts are very fine and thin, with chunkier interconnecting peg and socket snap points, which are far more sturdier. This gives it a bit of feel of fragile scale and how thin the real life material is. The proportions and detail, both raised and panelled, seems very suitable, but would not take to hand painting well. Where the parts connect is near seamless unless you make a mistake. Some truly excellent engineering. Not a particularly hard model, but very fiddly with super fine parts and even ridiculously finer photo etch that I chose to opt out of. This could slow down and make things a bit more time consuming if your eyes and fingers can work with such tiny components. Even the tyre treads had the correct markings in it. Finishing it all together, the mud guards and roof go on. These parts can be easily swapped or put in the wrong orientation. Machine gun going inside. You can opt to have hatches or windows open. Care was taken, but I goofed up a bit with the roof and needed a little putty to fill that in. Normally, S-Model is very beginner friendly and easy, but I would put this one at an intermediate build. There are some challenges. I lifted some reference material from Google and desired a camouflage scheme seen in pic. I'll be spraying automotive grade lacquer paint that's been colour matched to existing military and hobby paints, with a slower drying automotive thinner through the Mk.Ia trigger airbrush 0.5mm at approximately 12 to 15 psi. The paint has been reduced to a very watery viscosity. For definition and shadowing, the whole hull will be painted in 3 tones. I did a middle correct green, and with the Mk.Ia 0.3 airbrush that mirrors H&S, used a dark green to build up tone and shadowed the sloping parts heading to the floor and undercarriage, and shaded a light green on the roof and sloping in the midpoint. Micro filling primer was not used due to how fine the detail is and the lack of faults or issues. Lacquer paint also directly latches and etches onto plastic. With a military dirt brown colour, I thinned it down to a beyond watery viscosity. At 10-11 psi, tested it out to do fine lines and drew around a camouflage pattern. With a fine brush and still using lacquers a bit thicker, details that are not viable to pick up by airbrush or even mask were painted, mostly the tyres in rubber black, the machine gun in gunmetal and headlights in silver. For definition and further detail, Tamiya panel line accent colour was thinned down with gum turpentine and sludged wash. After a few days of fully drying and chemically curing, a lacquer matte top coat was applied to dull any glossy sheens from the previous processes, concluding the build and painting stage of this project. It was a neat and fun, satisfying build. Maybe invested a total of 5 hours from unboxing to final top coat. If I was more disciplined and less distracted, probably a whole lot quicker. This also could be pushed to be a lot more detail and a finer project on a diorama, interacting with some figures, more decals or whatnot. But it's a casual quickie for me for the greater collection of 70-second vehicles to be compared with each other. It's a lot of fun and I definitely recommend it. Would be happy enough to display. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay tuned for further content. We upload every week. Check out the description section for references and social media links with more content. And we'll catch you guys next time. See you later.